Hi and welcome to our first International Crafters video hop. I'm Sandy of Lolly and Sand, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Ontario, Canada, and to be more specific, in the Niagara region of Ontario. Today, well, I should say our theme is for August is kids or baby cards. So you can take this as either the card I'll be making. It would be a birthday card. And I am using the Zany Zoo stamp set. I'm going to use, I believe, Happy Birthday to You. So it'll be a birthday card. Alrighty, so let's get started. Now this looks like a huge mess, but it really isn't. This is basic white, and I have embossed it using the Basics 3D embossing folders, where you get 3 of them. And this is the cross hatch pattern. I hope that shows. Let me just move my light a little bit. I hope that shows on the video. Anyway, so what I have is a card that's going to use up some scraps. So what I have is Pool Party and Lemon Lolly. And I have embossed it using the same folder. Now, one thing you want to make sure, well, you can do it either way. This is the deboss side, which is the flattened side, and this is the embossed, and it's raised. So I want to make sure all my pieces are using the raised parts. So these, all the measurements, by the way, are going to be in the description. These, like I said, are just random pieces, and we're just going to get started gluing. Now, you can glue using your liquid glue. That always makes my hands really, really, really messy when I do this. So I'm going to use Stampin' Seal. Ready. So just start some placement. I'm not going to be doing the entire page. That's not the look I'm going for. Just, you can tell they're scraps because there's one of my pieces. I'm just going to kind of take a look at how this is going to work out before I get too far. Okay, I could probably fit another one there. I'm not looking for it to be even all the way around. Is that longer? Nope. What I'm looking for is just a nice balance. If you find that after you've glued the pieces on and after you've cut around, if you find that there's a little bit that you missed, you simply take your silicone mat, put a little bit of the liquid glue on, scoop that up and go under here and hold it down. It works. And that's what I like. I like when things work. Same width, a little bit narrower. I just realized for this one I could have gone up higher and then saved some more paper. So we won't do that again. So I wanted to let you know I'm not doing the whole thing because I've got one waiting in the wings. But you get the idea of gluing. Now this piece wouldn't be long enough for here, so I would have to do another. So let's move all that aside and go to our finished piece. And like I said, I actually did have to put a little glue under little places that I missed. And I do see a little bit. Okay, if you find, like me, you have a little bit of glue here, if you can't get it with your, and this is the seal again, it's not liquid glue. If it was liquid glue, you'd need to wait till it's dry. And you could get one of these at your local craft store, or I got mine from a dollar store, I think. And then you can just go in and just very, very gently remove that. All right, so let's start putting this together. Base of my card is basic white, and I'm not going to put that on upside down. You can see how I didn't do the entire page. And the reason why I emboss this is to keep the embossing on the areas where you can't see it. More scraps. You've always got scraps. Don't toss them out. There are 2 sides to every piece of paper. I'm not telling you something you didn't already know, by the way. You knew that. Alrighty. So I wanted to say while I'm gluing this, how absolutely honored I was to be asked to participate. And we're going to be hopping every single month with a different theme every single month. I love that. I think that's just nice and simple. We don't have to go crazy. All right. So then I took this little elephant from the Zany Zoo. No, that's wrong. The Zoo Crew DSP. I cut it using the Nested Essentials dies, and because I'm popping it up, I've already gone ahead and glued the same size of basic white and glued it to the back. I've even put the dimensionals on. Now, I need texture. I love texture. I love stripes. And what I really thought was really cute is not on the white part, but on the darker parts, you can actually see the stripes. I thought that was really cool. I tried a few different pieces and they just weren't doing it for me. Now with vellum, what you want to do is think about where you're going to put something on top, because you have to hold it down somehow. If you put glue, you'll see it. You'll see the Stampin' seal too. But if you were to say it's going to go right about there, put a few little lines of seal and then attach that. Now, if you've seen my videos before, there's a little something on that. I was trying to say which is the right side and the wrong. You know what? I think my stripes are going a different direction. The way I cut it. Yep. I could go this way, but then I thought the elephant, I didn't like the way it looked. I liked it this way. So I'm going to throw caution to the wind and do it a different direction. I don't aim for center. I rarely center things. If you see my videos, you know I'm not one of those people that's good at centering things. So stick to your strengths, right? All right, I don't need that. I am going to need my ribbon. And I decided, yes, it's a child's card. You can still put ribbon on. Especially beautiful ribbon like this. Now, you're not going to find this in scissors. You're not going to, excuse my arm. You're not going to find that in the catalog. You'll find it online. It is called Glittered Organdy Ribbon, and I love it because it's subtle and it looks so pretty. I often don't measure the length of my ribbon because we're just going to let it flow. So first thing we're going to do is make sure that will stay on there. I don't want the tails to be the same length. And unstick ourselves and just about like that. Isn't that pretty? All right, now we can put the dimensionals on. Now I do have black dimensionals, which is nice if you don't want your dimensionals to be seen. However, I didn't locate them at the time of this video, so I went with the regular. You're not gonna be able to see them. All right, so placement wise, kind of looking at that. Down, get down, get down. I like that. Okay, so I was just trying to remember, did I take the backings off that? It's funny how you do things and you don't remember. Well, maybe just me. Maybe just me. Alrighty. Right about, yeah, I like it like that. Not centered again, because I like things wonky. I like things to just happen the way they happen. Although I am going to try and make sure I get that straight on the page. So before you press down, eyeball it first. And the beauty of using vellum is that when you pull that up, you don't rip the vellum. I think it's awesome. Alrighty. I see little sparkles. 1 second. There's a sparkle here. It's not anything weird. All right, we're going to embellish the front, and then we do the inside. Just want to make sure that stays. Actually, I'll do it right now. Why don't I show you? I don't like the way that isn't sticking down, and you have a really hard time getting ribbon to hang on to, well, not a really hard time. It's an art to get it to stay onto the paper. So take a little piece, doing a little surgery here, placing that right underneath, and now it's staying down, and see, now I'm happy. Alrighty. I thought I would use the basic rhinestones. They are my favorite because they pretty well go with everything. We just want to adorn it in a nice way. Let's see, where else? And I am embracing using the larger just the right amount, the larger rhinestones, just the right amount of sparkle. I am going to get out my Wink of Stella as well, and just going to very nicely color in the flags. We'll give more sparkle to the card, why not? And I just thought of something else would be really cute. This is crafting on the fly. I'm going to do his little toenails too. Look how cute is that? And then a little bit across the bottom. A little bit inside his ears, or her ears, I don't know. Eyes on the trunk. I can hear my grandson upstairs. He's very excited. I think he's going swimming at Nana's pool. And that, oh, wait, there as well. And we have, I know it doesn't show up on camera very well, but we have just the cutest little bit of sparkle on him. All right, let's do the inside. I'm going to bring back my silicone mat because the poor thing is so gluey. I do tend to get gluey. Same, we're keeping with the theme. We're not going on a stripe though this time, and I am going to use glue this time. Put a little bit here. Really doesn't take a lot of glue on paper to have it stick. Once we press down, it's going to kind of squoosh out a little bit anyway. And I don't always put it right to the bottom. I really like the look. All right, now before I push that down, let's make sure that's even. We'll come down just a little bit. And then push and push. There's a little overhang, which is better than having less. So we'll just snip that. There we go. And then glue this on the inside of the card. You may be new to me, to my Lolly and Sand channel. I would love to have you subscribe. You can click on the bell so you're notified. That's actually a little bit more glue than I usually use, by the way, but I don't put glue in the center. And the reason for that is because, one, you don't need it, and two, it gives me a place to grip without getting my fingers all gluey. I like to give tips while I always turn it sideways while I'm making the card. There we go, my friends. There is today's card. Comment, please. Let me know what you think. Well, let me know what you think of our brand new video hop. I'd like to hear from you. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.